let's have everyone this Wednesday! Thank you, everybody, for being here. Whose first time is it tonight for Wellness Wednesday? Awesome. All right, we have some really powerful speakers. They're gonna deliver some awesome nuggets tonight. So if I can have everybody get a piece of paper or a notebook. If you don't have one, ask your neighbor to borrow one. I'm sure they'd love to share with you. We are gonna try to not use our phones just because it can be a distraction. And if you do have your phone on you, can you please turn it on vibrate so we don't interrupt the speakers? And then if you guys do have questions while they're talking, it'd be awesome if you could write them down so you don't forget, because we love questions. I'll just wait. So up first, we're talking about fitness, nutrition, health coaching 101, and mindset. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
And you say, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm ready. All right, well, first up, we have fitness, and the person that is going to be speaking is, I have a lot of favorite people, but they're definitely one of my favorites. He's really funny, and he always makes me smile. So let's give it up for our coach, Nacho!
What's up, everybody? How y'all feeling? How are you feeling? Oh, I'm Coach Nacho. I've been with the team for a year and 3 months, and I love it. Just before Herbalife, I was in a not dark place, let's say deep place, with just a mindset wasn't there. I was a high school student, played 5 sports. I thought I had a body, played football, wrestling, track, I thought I had a body, but the thing is, I was just eating whatever I wanted, but still being active because my time was so fast of the intense workouts I was doing. I still had like a little body, but after I graduated, I kept eating the same thing, and I gained a lot of fat and lost a lot of muscle. So what I'm going to be talking to you guys about tonight is the 5 different ab muscles. So people think, me personally, I thought it was just this, the little 6-pack. Who thought the same thing? Yeah, I thought it was just this. I didn't know we could have this and that. Like, I didn't know you had other abs. Like, what? Yeah. So I'm talking about 5 different ab muscles, all right, and how to work them out and what they do for your body as well, and the workout to work them out as well. So first one, it's called the rectus abdominal. It's the runs vertically from middle of your body, and it's the 6-pack. So the little 6-pack, right here, goes down. That's the rectus abdominal. And how you can work that out is a simple crunch. So I'm gonna demonstrate to you guys what the crunch is. Can everybody see me? Yeah? Okay, so what you wanna do, feet down on your back, looking up. When you want to crunch, you either behind your ears and you want to crunch up with your abs. You don't want to use your neck because you're going to hurt your neck. So it's all about compressing your abs and going up and down. Back and forth in the same position. So you want to do those reps 15 to 20 times. Reps. Sets 3 to 5. It's just on where you're at in your level of your fitness-wise. You can either do 3 sets or 5 sets or even 4. And then 15 to 20 reps of that. Okay, everybody got that? Clear? All right, cool. Next is obliques. One of my favorite ab muscles because it just makes it look cool. I don't know why. It's legit. So obliques. These muscles are important for stability, especially for movement that involve lateral, like sideways movements. Act these muscles to actually active them. These muscles have to do exercises that involve bending or twisting to actually compact them and move them and work them out. One workout we do here at Sacramento Sports Nutrition, and you can do at home as well, is the bicycles. So bicycles, what they are, on your back, 1 foot up with your knee and 1 leg down,
what you want to do is bring your elbow to the opposite knee. So right here, some modification if you want to do, if you're not really at that level, feet down and bring it up, switch it up. At advance, let your feet hang and keep going like this. So you want to bring your elbow to your knees all the time. And for reps, you want to do, for reps you want to do 30 seconds of it. 30 seconds with 3 to 5 sets. So 30 seconds. All right, everybody clear with that? Everybody got it? All right, cool. Next one. Tongue twister. Quadriceps lumbromum. That's a hard, it's a twist, tongue twister. I'll spell it out for you. Quadrtus. That's the first word. Then lumbarum. That's the ab one. It's a deep stabilizing muscle that connects the upper and lower body. It stabilizes the hips and spine and plays a role with the diaphragm for deep breathing. So a workout you can do with this is side planks. Right here, we do that all the time at the workout. Side plank right here. Plank it out. You're gonna do it for 45 to 60 seconds. And rotate each side. All right. Everybody got that one? Yeah. Cool. All right. Next one. It's called the psoas major. It's spelled PSOAS major. Okay. It's the deepest of the core muscles, so it's really deep inside where you can't really see the muscle, but it helps you with movements, your hip flexors, of like doing different kind of things with moving around. One workout is leg raises. On your back, like 6 inches, go up, and back down. The reps you're gonna do with that, 10 reps, 3 sets, all right? And then last but not least is the transverse abdominal muscles. It's a deep core muscle that is responsible for stabilizing your spine and your pelvis, especially during lifting movements. So this is really good for your lifting weights and stuff like that. This one is a weird workout, I've never heard of it, but it's called vacuum. What that is, you can actually do wherever you want, sitting down at your office, laying down, wherever. What you do is you suck your stomach in all the way as hard as you can, 15 seconds. Everybody try it out. 15 seconds. And then breathe out. And do that 50 seconds multiple times. So it works, it's a muscle behind literally your rectus ab, and it connects from your hip, your thigh muscle, your thigh bone into your back spine. So that will help you with your weightlifting and to keep you stable when you weightlift, either squatting, anything you're doing with that, with planks as well. So that's what I got for you guys for today. Hope you guys got a lot of information. Thank you for your time. All right, let's get it.
Alright, thank you, Nacho. I know that was really important for me because I know that we do multiple different exercises for different body parts, but it's good to know like one helps with mobility, one helps with stability, one helps, like what you're working on in the gym. I know next time it's my turn to lead abs, I'm gonna be doing the easy one. Anyways, so thank you, Nacho, for that. I know everybody took something away from that. Up next, we have another very powerful woman in this family. She's become one of my closest friends and really helped me start kind of my journey, like into really pushing myself and believing in myself. So I'm going to bring up health coach Chezla.
Jen, I need the music blasted. Everybody knows I like to dance, so we're gonna have a 5-second dance break and then it's like 3, 2, 1, up? My name is Chezla. I've been with this family now for almost a year and a half. And a lot of you guys have already heard my story before everyone. I was a student at and my definition of being healthy was just working out. Like, I didn't know anything about nutrition. I ate whatever. I ate as many times as I wanted to and however much I wanted to, right? So I didn't really learn about meal prepping and like, you know, portion sizes until I began Herbalife and started my nutrition plan. So it made me realize how many people overeat, right? So I was like, I wonder why a bunch of people overeat. So I got some reasons for you right here. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 5 ideas to help you eat less food. Okay? You got your pens ready? Yeah? Yes. Okay. So number 1, the problem. You eat too much because you're distracted. So how many people eat and watch TV? Raise your hand. How many people eat, take a couple bites, go do something, come back, take a couple bites, raise your hand. How many people eat and text? The bottom line is we all eat and we're all like really distracted, so it doesn't give us a chance to like really enjoy our food. So we kind of lose track of what we're eating, and then it's like, dang, I'm kind of still hungry. But you really just ate, but you just don't know, right? So my advice would be take 20 minutes, eat your food, maybe turn on some music, but take that time to really enjoy your food and have it be enjoyable and satisfying. And then I would definitely say just take time to, you know, notice the color and the textures and the smells and all that kind of stuff. It just makes you feel like you're all good. So that's number 1. 2, the problem. You eat too much because you get too hungry. So a lot of people try the starving method. So they just don't eat for a whole bunch of hours. And not only does this result, it could result in weight gain because your body doesn't know when you're going to get the next meal, so it kind of like stores the fats in the food because it doesn't know when it's going to eat next. And then on top of that, you subconsciously, like when you eat again, you're hungry. Like, so you start overeating because you haven't eaten at all. So that also results in eating too much food. So my tip for this would be drink a gallon of water a day. A lot of people don't drink a lot of water, so they're not really hungry. They really just are dehydrated and really thirsty. So drink lots of water and then meal prep so you never have that problem. We're supposed to eat like every 2 to 3 hours. Therefore, you should be having your meal prep ready for you to eat 2 shakes a day. You're on it, right? 3, the problem. You eat too much because you're stressed. Ooh, how many people? Thank you. That's it. Whether you have kids, whether you get cut off on the freeway, whether you have a bad day at work, whether you just tripped and fell in the rain and you got blood all over your pants, whatever. You're stressed. Oh my gosh, I need some ice cream. I'm going home. Oh my gosh, I need some cake. I'm going home. I can be a culprit sometimes. Don't tell anybody I said that. But we overeat sometimes because we're stressed. So 2 reasons why this is bad is because, first of all, we have a bunch of unneeded calories that we just ate. And 2, a lot of times it doesn't even make you feel better. Afterwards, you're like, oh my gosh, I just ate that cake. Now I gotta go to the gym. Like, you're stressed all over again, right? So it's just not good. So my tip would be journal, like when you're stressed. As soon as you're stressed, write down and write why you're feeling like that, because it may trigger like, okay, well, when I get mad, this is the trigger. Like, I ate because of this. You know what I mean? And then it kind of delays time, so you kind of killed 2 minutes and now you may not be hungry again. Okay? 2 more. The problem. You eat too much because you serve yourself too much. Okay? So how many of you guys have been to any restaurants, you order an entree, and it's like huge plate, you excited. But in actuality, that's about 2 or 3 servings on your plate right there, right? But you're just determined to eat it all, so you gotta eat it. You can take home leftovers, you gotta eat it. But really, I got a really cool fact, and it says a whopping 96% of America's chain restaurant entrees fell outside the range of the USDA's recommendations for fat, saturated fat, and sodium per meal. So since you're having like 3 servings, you're like tripling up on fat, on saturated fat, on sodium. I also read another quote that said 1 entree was equivalent to like 1,500 milligrams of salt, which is what they recommend in a day. And then like the maximum is like 2,000. So you eat 1 entree, that's a lot of salt, pretty much, right? You need to drink like 2 gallons of water at that point. So less food. Lastly, the problem. You eat too much because you eat too much because you eat too fast. Boom. He's like a freaking garbage disposal. He eats super fast. Who else eats fast in here? I'm a slow eater, but I got some tips for y'all still. So, how many of you guys knew that it takes 20 minutes for your brain to register that you're full? Did you? Right. So, literally, if you eat fast, you're like, I'm hungry again. I need some food. But then it hits you, and then you're just super full, right? So, eat slow, and I have some tips on how you eat slow. All right? Well, first of all, you can eat in the mirror. This sounds really weird, but if you put a mirror up and you eat, you're like, okay, I'm going too fast. Okay, wait, slow down. So you can eat in the mirror. 2, eat one item at a time. So start with your small broccoli and then, your brown rice, and then go for the chicken. Okay, so eat one at a time. You can take smaller bites and chew slower. You can put the utensils down between the bites. So eat it, put it down. Eat it, put it down. If you have something like that you need to cut up, like chicken, cut it up like one at a time. Don't cut it up and then eat. Like, cut the chicken up one at a time. Take your time. It sounds like common sense, but like some people really eat really fast. You can also get a smaller plate, and then just it kind of helps you. You're like, no, I'm not getting no smaller plate. You can get a smaller plate that'll help you control your portion sizes, and you can also measure your portions. So you can get a food scale and measure your portions. So that was my 5 ideas on how to eat less food. So that's it.
Thank you, Chezla. I am one of those people that like cuts up all my food. Like right before I came here, I was at dinner and I cut up all my steak and I ate it all at one time. I eat all my food groups at once. So I'm definitely going to utilize some of those tips. So we're halfway through, so we definitely need to turn up the energy. So we're going to play a little game. So can I have everybody stand up? We're going to play a game that everybody knows very well. It's called Destiny Says. And I'm going to have eyes in the back of the room. Jennifer's going to be watching too, so don't try to cheat because we're going to catch you. And we're going to start right now. Simon says, two jumping jacks. Simon, Destiny says two jumping jacks. Destiny says stop. Squat it out. Oh, you're out. You're out. Simon says, Simon says, stop. Lunch. Oh, y'all good? Okay. Simon says, make a funny face. Simon says, take your left right foot up. Put it back down. Oh, yeah. Simon says, squat.
Your face will be still ugly.
Simon says, squat and turn. Oh, wait. Oh, you said, wait. Go ahead, stop. No. All right. You guys did a really good job. No prizes. We still have some empty seats, so if you guys could scoot up a little bit. That would be awesome. Cool, thank you. So up next, we have another powerful speaker. He is a very influential man in this family. That's really all I got to say about him. I'm going to bring up Patrick Livingston with Health Coaching 101.
Hey!
What's up, y'all? So I'm pretty sure I know everybody in here, but my name is Pat. I've been a health coach now for 2 years. Before Herbalife, college athlete, all this different stuff. Moved to LA. Y'all heard the story a bunch of times. She probably the only one that ain't heard it. I went to 7th grade with her though, so shout out to her. So I'm doing health coaching 1-on-1, and I'm excited to really talk about this. It was just like yesterday, I woke up and I was just thinking, like, I got health coaching 1-on-1. What am I going to do? It just came to me. So I just really created this flow, right? But I got a question for y'all. What do people normally say about health coaches? Like in a negative way? Like health coaches are hella weird. Weird, right? Weird. We're hella weird. Well, I'm gonna be real. We are weird. We put Herbalife on all of our clothes. That's weird. Ain't it weird? We wear pins that say lose weight now, ask me how. And then when people ask how, we're like, huh? That's even more weird. Right? And then we pay to learn. We go to essay, like we pay money to learn. Like who does that other than school? Right? But we learn from millionaires, so why wouldn't we pay, right? But to other people, that's weird. So I'm gonna basically break down what weird means. So when you guys leave here today and somebody call you weird, you're like, yes. You feel good about it. I'm gonna break down what weird means because weird is not a bad word. We only use it, it's only a bad word because we make it a bad word, right? So the W stands for winners. If you think about it, we're winners. Like look at our mission, look what we're looking to accomplish. I mean, if you want to be real, look at Mark Hughes. If you don't know who Mark Hughes is, he was the founder of Herbalife. He started Herbalife 30 years ago. He was selling Herbalife out the trunk of his car in white baggies. That's not weird. That's hey, if the aliens though. That's matter of fact, let's say Nacho. Give me your Canada Scissor products. I'm gonna dump it all out. We're gonna put it in Ziploc bags. Take away your phone. I'm gonna take away your Instagram, Facebook, social media. I want you to go pop your trunk and I want you to go sell it at Arden 30 years ago. Would you do it? Honestly, would you do it? No. Raise your hand if you would do that. You probably would. Hey, you probably would. But look, the thing is though, like, think about it though. 30 years ago, that's what Mark Hughes did. Why? Because his mom died. He had a winner's mentality, like no matter what, I'm making sure nobody else loses their mother, or loses their parents, or loses anybody in their life over nutrition, over wanting to lose weight. So he popped the trunk in the 80s. He did $2 million out the trunk of his car, out of white baggies. So y'all just think like, really though, is that a winner's mentality? Yeah. It's like no matter what, that's a winner's mentality. Now look at it. Mark Hughes ain't been here for 5 or 10 years, and the legacy is still going on. Herbalife is doing over $1 billion a year. He left over a legacy. So if you think about it, we're part of a legacy. We're part of a winning team. So just know, like, we're winners. If somebody calls you weird, it's like, I'm a winner. Look what I'm up to. Look at the mission. Look at the goals that we're looking to accomplish, right? Second thing, the E. E stands for excellent. As health coaches, we're excellent, right? Why are we excellent? It's a bunch of different things, though. I'm not excellent. Excited. My bad, y'all. Excited. Health coaches are always excited. If you're not, you should be. I got a story for y'all. So there's 2 dudes. They both work for a shoe company. They send one of the dudes to a whole nother country. He gets to a whole nother country. He's there for like 2 or 3 days. Everybody's walking around barefoot. He calls the company back like, hey, everybody's barefoot. Give me a flight. I'm coming back home. I'm not staying over here, right? So they send him back home. The second dude, they send him back to the same country. He gets excited. No, hey, nobody has shoes. Send the whole warehouse over here. We about to get rich. He was excited. He had a different mindset. He was excited about the opportunity instead of looking at the opportunity like, what can I do with it? Nobody wears shoes. Next thing you know, they moved the whole warehouse to this whole different country. Now they're all billionaires. A multi-billion-dollar business because he changed his mindset. He was excited about what he wanted. So I'm telling you, be excited. If you're doing Herbalife and you're not excited about the opportunity, you don't believe in the products enough. Me personally, I went to my first event. I was just excited. You couldn't tell me nothing about Herbalife. I knew it all. I didn't even know how to make a shake, but I knew I was excited. I was just, you gotta try it. I don't really know. Jim lost 25 pounds. I ain't used it yet, but she lost 25 pounds. I was just excited. Like, when you're just excited, it has, like, you ever been excited, you go talk to somebody about, like, Fit Club? Oh my God, it's the best thing ever. It's free workout, it's music, it's turned up, we got shakes, all right. It's just like, I'll just come so you can just be quiet. Because you're just so excited, it comes out of you, right? So that's weird for you to just be all over the place excited about shakes, working out, nutrition. That's not normal nowadays. So when you're being excited, now you're being more weird, and that's really flowing into you being a great health coach, right? So that's E. I is inspiring. Who in here has ever been mad before? Raise your hand. Everybody like, look. Jazz had to look like, look, I'm low-key mad right now. Right? What's crazy is I remember E is for inspire, right? So as health coaches, we have to inspire people. Can y'all believe like that's a part of our job description? To be a winner, that's the mindset we need to have. Also to be excited, that's also a part of our job. And then also to be inspiring. So we went down to LA about 5 months ago. And we went to Garen Jones' house. If you guys don't know what Garen Jones is, he's basically a millionaire in Herbalife. He's been doing like 2 years. He used to be homeless, living out of his car and all this different stuff. Right? And he's always happy, excited all over the place. So I asked him in front of like 50 people. I was like, when you down in your slump, because we all have slumps, right? I'm like, when you down in your slump and you mad, what do you do to get out of it? What y'all think he said? He said, I haven't been mad in a year and a half. Like, what? Like, is that even possible? To not be mad for a year and a half? Cardell thinking like, nah, that's not. Me personally, I didn't think it was possible, but that amount right there, that inspired me. Like, he was that health coach that inspired me and gave me belief. And when I came back home and I wanted to get mad, I was like, I can't get mad for a year and a half. It's a different mentality. Like, you have to really look to inspire people as a health coach. Like, don't look to be inspired. Be the inspiration. Like, for instance, I've been to a bunch of nutrition clubs. I've probably been to more nutrition clubs than anybody in this room because I've been in LA, I've been in Sacramento, I've bounced around to see different things. When Jen said our shake bar is going to be a display case in my mind, and I told her that's not a good idea. I don't like that. I've been to a bunch of nutrition clubs. I've seen it. I haven't seen it. But I didn't like it because I haven't seen it before. And most people, they don't do things they want to do because they haven't seen it before. Why not? Why can't we be the first club to have a display case and now we make it okay for other people to now have one? You see how you inspire people? So everywhere I go, they're like, oh my God, that display case that's dope, that's crazy. We gotta get one. And it's like, we created that lane. So if you ever feel like you want to do something, but you haven't seen somebody else do it, so you feel like I probably shouldn't do it. I ain't seen Jim do it. I probably shouldn't do it. Nah, be that inspiration for other people so they now know that they can do it now. So that's something you want to remember. Don't just be inspired, be the inspiration for other people. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Good?
Yes.
Now the R. R stands for be relatable. Or relatable. Not big, but relatable. Relatable, right? Can you guys agree it's weird for health coaches to eat unhealthy? Raise your hand. If you think it's weird for a health coach to eat unhealthy. That's weird with health coaches. You should be healthy all the time. Now, that's not really being relatable with your clients, right? I remember, all you guys know Sabette. If you don't know Sabette, she's a coach on our team. She's out in LA, but she has a boyfriend. And one day I'm riding with him. He's a health coach as well. I'm riding with him, and he pulls up the Krispy Kremes. We fully branded. So I'm looking, I'm like, I don't really know what's going on. We pull up the Krispy Kremes, and he didn't even go to the drive-thru. We pull up right to the front. He got Herbalife all on his car. We walk in, he's like, come on. I walk in with him, and he buying donuts. I'm like, what you doing? He's like, man, I need some donuts. I'm like, what you mean? Like, I don't get it. If I'm gonna go buy some donuts personally, I'm gonna go drive through the hood on, not really. I'm about to do a robbery. Hey. So we walk in there and he bought the donuts, and then the lady's like, you're Herbalife, you're not supposed to be eating that. He was like, oh, I got some amazing results. I dropped my body fat down to 4%. I just did a competition about a week ago. And that was an accident, though. But nah, he seriously said, like, I did a competition about a week ago, and I took, 3rd or 4th place. He's basically saying, like, I've got amazing results. So if I want to decide to have what I want to have, that's cool, but I know to get back on it. And I think as health workers, sometimes people look at us, and they say, oh, they eat healthy all the time. Oh, they're always healthy. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. Or once they get on their plan, they eat unhealthy one day, and they're like, oh, I'm done. Patrick doesn't eat unhealthy. I ate unhealthy one time, so let me put these up. I'll try again sometime. But it's always best for, as health coaches, you got to be relatable with your clients. If your clients say, I had pizza last night, I'm going to just quit. You got to just be, hey, I ain't going to even lie. Yesterday, I went to In-N-Out. But today, listen, no. This is a real fact, though. Because most people, y'all put yourself at a high standard. All you think you post about is self-help. Only thing you talk about is self-help, but you never talk about the bad stuff that you had one time. So when you relate with your client, like, it's cool, I did it too, but, you know, I got back on it today. I had both my shakes, I had my snacks, I had my colorful meal. How about tomorrow? Let's send our pictures to each other so then we can hold each other more accountable. So now when they do have a bad meal, they don't feel bad about coming to you. They are more open to coming to you, and that way we can tweak their plan and we know how to, you know, hold them more accountable. Can you guys agree that's better off than just being like, the only thing I do is eat salads and drink shakes? Can y'all agree? That's true though?
Yeah.
Cool, all right, cool. So that's relatable. Now my last point is D. That's determined. As health coaches, we can be kind of weird because we're so determined. We wake up in the morning, what we post about? Herbalife, that shake, or some motivation. We're doing flyers. Like, we intentionally leave our house, get dressed up in all Herbalife, which is weird, and then go talk to people. Like, our goal is to go out and talk to people, get your phone number to invite you to a free workout so you can meet other weird people. That's just extremely weird. But that's just a determination, because why? Because our goal. Marcuse, he did it. It's our goal. That's what we're after. So being determined as a health coach, some people think that it's weird that we're so determined and we're always like, what we're doing right now. They think that that's different, right? Now the thing is, as health coaches, we don't take no days off. We're determined. That one day you took off, when you could have been out talking to people, you just missed out on talking to Susie, who needs to lose 100 pounds, and she got to go to the hospital in about 2 days because she got diabetic problems. Because you want to take a day off as a health coach, you just miss out on changing somebody's life. And then coaches don't give you any excuse in the world to take a day off. It's Sunday, it's the Lord's Day. I'm going to just chill today, right? I'm going to chill today, it's the Lord's Day. See, some people need to go back and reread that whole deal. Jesus, the Lord, he created the universe in 6 days and took a day off. I know people taking Saturdays and Sundays off, and they ain't created shit. So you ever heard of anybody dying from working too hard?
Negative.
Raise your hand if you ever heard of some, they pass away because they were just working too hard. It won't happen to you. So look, if anybody ever says you weird, go back and look at these notes. Just know that you're a winner, you're excited, you're inspiring, you're relatable, you're determined. That's my section. I love y'all. Let's get it.
So I don't know about you guys, but people come into Islander all the time, and that really broke it down for me. I never really thought like being a health coach and being driven and wanting to inspire people and all that stuff was weird. But for me, that really helps to see like how clients visualize it, and that will better help me help them. So moving on, our last speaker is going to be for mindset, and I know you guys have heard him before. He comes up here all the time. He's very intentional with everything that he says. He's human just like the rest of us and has issues just like the rest of us. He's a normal guy, and yet he still finds the time to be inspired and through that inspire others. So I'm going to bring up health coach Dave.
Hey!
So my name's AJ. I've been a health coach on the team for about 2 years now. For those of you guys that haven't heard of like my story or everything that I've really come through or why I like to do mindset, coming up 2 years now in January, I was homeless. I was kicked out of school and I was fired from my job all at the same time. So I was just like in a really, really dark place, and I had like nowhere to go, or I didn't know what to do. And then this is when I like learned about personal development and what changing your mindset can do to change your situation. And once I learned about that, I really just dove into it, and that's really why. That's why every day, like, I mean, we've been doing personal development all day, like just listening to videos, like doing all kinds of different stuff. And that's why, because I never want to go back to that place. And that's why I come up here and speak, because I don't want anybody else to be in that place. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
So what I want to talk to you guys about today, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, but for whatever reason, like, I just find a better topic. But this is just something that I've always been really good at. I've always been really good at getting what I want. Does anybody know somebody like that? Like, they always get what they want? You know what I mean? Like, do you guys remember like when you're like a little kid and Christmas is like right around the corner, and it's something that you wanted really bad for Christmas, and then you got it and you were super excited? Has anybody ever had a situation like that? I remember for me it was a Game Boy, and I wanted Pokemon like super bad. I don't know what it was, but I just wanted the Game Boy, and I was just obsessed with it. I would see the commercials all the time. All my friends had one. I wanted one, and I just remember getting that for Christmas. And what we don't understand is when we're younger, we have this gift. We have this gift of getting whatever we want. And it's not just because we're kids, it's because we follow certain principles, but when we get older, we lose that way. So today I want to talk to you guys about like manifestation and what that means. So how to manifest whatever it is that you want. Now, what I'm going to give you guys today is super powerful, but it's also super dangerous. So you got to be really careful about what you say that you want. And that's really point number one. Well, first let's go over the definition before we even get to point number one. The definition of manifest is clear or obvious to the eye or mind. And basically what that means is this whole situation right here, everything that's going on right now, was made up in all of our heads before it actually happened. Right? If this was made up in everybody's mind before it actually happened. And it may be weird, but I just really need you guys to grab onto that. Everything in this room, so where you're sitting at right now, you mentally put yourself there before you even sat in that chair. Like before all this happened, you mentally said, I'm going to sit right here. It's weird, but some people just decided to sit in the back. And some people decided to sit in the front. Why? That's something you probably have to think about when this is over with, but that's true. Why you wanted the worst seat instead of the one that's up front, I don't know, but that's just what you decided mentally in your head. So everything that you decide is in your head, and to manifest it is to be clear or obvious to the eye or mind. Some synonyms. I like cinnamon in my shirt. Some synonyms: definite, unmistakable, visible, evident, and definite. Oh, I said that twice. I'm a cool guy. So just to be really clear on what it is that you want. So like you can see it in your mind. Like you can it's like having it without having it. So step one, how to manifest what you want. Decide and you gotta be really clear. Step one is to decide exactly what you want, see it, like know what you want exactly, but you have to be super clear. If you don't know what you want, neither does the universe. So if you don't know exactly how much money you need to make it through this month, the universe doesn't know either, and that's why you're not getting it. That's why you're short at the end of the month, because you haven't written down and you don't know exactly how much money you need. You don't know how much gap you need. You haven't written it down yet. So you have to be really, really clear, because if you don't know, you cannot get it. Does that make sense to everybody? If you don't know what you need to do to get an A in this class, how are you ever going to get an A? And it's the same thing with everything that you need in your life. If you don't know exactly what you need, you'll never get it. And the reason I say be clear, you have to really be careful what you wish for. Like really, really be careful what you wish for. I'm telling you guys, this is dangerous. You can literally have anything that you want if you just decide on it, but you got to know for sure that that's what you want. So that guy that you're like, ooh, he cute, I wish I could have him. Be careful, because you don't really know what he's like behind closed doors. So be careful on what it is that you say that you want. And the reason why I say this is because for the past, I would say for about the past 2 months, I've really been thinking and saying that I want a state job. Like, oh, a state job, that would be nice. You know, cool little income. That plus the money I'll make with Herbalife, I can really start stacking to save to buying a house or getting a condo or whatever it is that I want to do. Like, I can pick that kind of hours that I want. The hours match up with me being here at the nutrition club, so I can still be plugged into everything. Like I would have enough vacation hours. I would really like a state job. That would be nice. So I put that out there. Like I would like a state job, but I really wasn't clear on that. So in order for me to get a state job this past weekend, I had to take a test for it, for whatever I was applying for. And because I had to take the test, I had to miss out on STS because I wasn't clear. I didn't say I want a state job, but I always want Herbalife to be first. Maybe if I said that, the test would have been on another day. Does that make sense to everybody? So you got to be really clear on what it is that you want, because it can't backfire on you. So decide and be clear. That's step one, and that's very important. That's why I'm still talking about it. Because if you're not clear on what you want, everything, you'll get what you want, and then you'll be mad that you got it, and now you can't give it back. So really, you got to really be clear. Step two is visualization. And a lot of people don't visualize, but visualizing is so important. It's really kind of like the first step to being successful. You got to be able to see yourself and feel yourself being successful. And I mean like feeling like if you want to be global expansion team, or like if you want to promote, you gotta be able to put yourself in like a euphoria and know exactly what you would feel like if you were to step across the stage. Know exactly what you were going to say when you accept that reward. Like, you got to be able to put yourself in the moment and be able to capture the feeling that you would feel if you were to have it. Does that make sense to everybody? So you got to be able to visualize. The first time I did this was in high school. Before a basketball game, we were playing this team, Sheldon. It's kind of like our rival. And they had this guy on their team. His brother was like all-state, and then he was pretty good too. So like they were like our rival. They came to our house and they beat us down. We beat us by like 20. So we did like a visualization exercise before the game, and I really visualized us winning the game, and we all did it, and we ended up winning. Another like coach that does this is Phil Jackson. He does this with all his teams. Before every practice, they go into like a room, and it's like they say he puts like never mind. But they go into a room, and it's like really smoky and really dark, and he has all his players visualize them winning a championship. Before every practice, that's what they do. They visualize. Another time I did it was for this team that I really didn't like. I went to Fresno City College and I played basketball there for a year, and then I just got into some like problems with the coach or whatever. So I had to leave. And I remember leaving, and when I was thinking, like as I was walking back to my apartment to like pack up my stuff to go back to SAC, I was just like, I'm gonna come back here, and I'm gonna really show out because he really disrespected me. I felt like. And it took 3 years of visualization. 3 years of visualization, me visualizing playing them. I'm talking about I'm dribbling through my hallway with an air ball, laying it up on my door like it was a basket. Like I'm actually visualizing myself being in the game. And then 3 years later, it just comes up that we have to play them in the playoffs. And it was so much stuff that happened. Like I twisted my ankle, so we ended up losing a couple games that we should have won because I wasn't able to play. And then it just so happened to line up that we met up with them in the playoffs. And we got to come back to the same gym that I would be at because I visualized it over and over and over again. Like repetitively, like I could feel sweat. I would dream about it. And I would wake up sweating like I just got done playing the game because I visualized it so much. End up playing there. I lead the game in points, steals, and assists. I already knew I was going to play good because I played the game like 20,000 times already. So visualization is really key. You got to really be able to put yourself in the moment of what you want, like you already have it. And then step number 3 is to really believe. So believing like it's already done. Like it's already done. Like you took it easy. Like if you know how you get that easy class, like the PE class, like it's already done that you got ahead. It's the same. It's like I already got ahead. Like I'm just gonna show up like I already got ahead. You have to do the same thing with your dreams and whatever your goal, like whatever you're visioning. Like you have to believe that it's already done, and what you're doing right now is just the process that's already happened. So every day whatever your goal is, it's already done, and every day you're doing something a little different or a little more to get you there to that point. But in your mind, it's already done. It's important to believe because you just have to know. And the way that you make this happen is you have to get out of the mindset of scarcity and into the mindset of abundance. So a lot of people, they say they want a lot of money, right? Raise your hand if you want a lot of money. Right? Raise your hand if you want to be wealthy. Raise your hand if you want a big house. There's no shortage of money. It's like it's out there. There's 11 million billionaires in the United States. There's no reason why you can't be one. They're all over the place. So there's no reason why you can't be a millionaire. All the money's out there. There's no shortage of money. You just got to stop watching all the stuff that they put on TV saying that we're in a recession. Because when we run out of money, all we do is just print more money. So as they're printing more money, you just got to be the one that's got your hand out accepting the money. But in your mind, you got to have a mindset that it's all going to come to me no matter what. If you're thinking about the little money that you have in your pocket right now, or how much money you don't have yet, you're never going to be able to get the money that you say that you want. Does that make sense to everybody? Which really takes me into my next point, which is step 4, which is get into the vortex. I did a whole training about the vortex. A lot of people don't know what this is, but really it's just your happy place. Has anybody ever seen Happy Gilmore, the movie before, with Adam Sandler? You guys remember like when he was putting, he always had to get into like his happy place, he would close his eyes, you know what I mean? He would be like on the beach. It's the same thing. So in order for you to, I did this today, I literally did this today. Remember we were sitting down and I just stood up and I just clapped my hands super hard and I was like, I'm gonna get a client today. That's me getting into my vortex. Like I just started clapping like I'm gonna get a client today, I'm gonna get a client today. just felt it. An hour later, I get a new client. I don't know where she came from. I really don't. But I got a new client because I put myself into the vortex. Like, it's like you saying it's gonna happen. Has anybody had just like an amazing day, like everything's going good? Like, wow, what's going on today? This is a great, $20. Nice. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those days. You gotta be able to put yourself in that feeling all the time. That's called your vortex. Everything that you've ever asked for or desired is inside the vortex. Like this is an actual place. This is an actual place of happiness. So everything that you've ever thought about is inside that bubble. You just have to get in there too, right? And then the last step is to stay in alignment. This is step 5, stay in alignment. So who thinks that being wealthy is a good thing, right? That's something positive, right? Being able to have enough money to support yourself and be free, that's a great thing. So when I say stay in alignment, I mean with everything. If being wealthy is what you want, that's in this positive lane over here, right? Can we all agree on that? That's something positive. You getting mad at your friend or whatever, that's over here in this negative lane. So you can't say you want to be wealthy and be mad at your friend at the same time. It's not possible. You have to choose between one or the other. Either you want to be in this positive lane or you want to be in this negative lane. And that's why when we went to Garen's house, he said he hasn't been mad in a year and a half. Because being mad is over here. That is not in alignment with being wealthy, with being free. Does that make sense to everybody? So he made the decision to stay in this lane, to stay in alignment with everything. So what I mean by everything is, number 1, your thoughts. You have to be able to control your thoughts. That's why we do personal development all the time, so we can stay positive. Because if we stay positive, we can stay in this lane, which is going to put us in our vortex where everything that we've ever asked for is at. So you got to be able to control your thoughts and stay positive. Number 2, your words. You got to be able to control your words, what you're saying to people, right? You can't say something negative and then expect to get everything that you want, that you're asking for. Does that make sense to everyone? So you can't talk down on this person and say something bad about this person and gossip about this person and then become a millionaire. It doesn't work out like that. You've got to speak positivity all the time, no matter what it is or what it's about. You've got to stay in that positive lane. The third one, your energy. You have to have a positive energy, a positive vibe. Has anybody ever walked into a room with somebody that's just got a negative attitude and it just brings you down? Raise your hand. Right? Energy is so funny because it controls absolutely everything. Your energy, once your energy, you're like, ooh. If the energy in the room is off, it's just like, it's draining. Now you don't have enough energy to put forth you getting into this positive lane, right? So understand that not only do you control your energy, but the people you're around control your energy. So you can't be around negative people and think you're going to get everything that you're asking for. It doesn't work that way. You have to be around positive people. That's why we're smiling all the time. That's why we're high-fiving and hugging. We're weird, but we're doing it for a reason because everything that we want is in that lane. Does that make sense to everyone? So your energy, not just yours, but the people you're around, because energy is transferable. Somebody can come into your house with a bad day and they leave, they happy, but you just mad. Like, why did she come over here? You know what I mean? Like, why did you come by? You just messed up everything. I would just go to sleep. Right? And then now you wake up mad because you went to sleep mad. So you gotta really watch the people you're around because they can change your energy and that's gonna just knock you out of alignment. That's why people start speaking it, like, you gotta go somewhere else. You gotta get out. That's how he stayed happy for a whole year and a half. He kicked his mom out of his house. He also said that too. He kicked his mom, like, Mom, you're gossiping, you gotta get out. In front of his team. Like his entire Herbalife team, like, you gotta go. No negativity zone. You wanna be negative? Stay at home. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's cool. But that's not in alignment with what we're doing, so keep that over there, because it can bring down everybody. Like, if one person at the fit club just like, this workout is stupid, then now it's 2 people. Yeah, it is kind of stupid. And then now it's a whole posse. This is a stupid workout. And now we're looking like, well, I guess it's a stupid workout. So one person can really mess up everything, so you got to watch who you hang around with. And then last, you got to stay in alignment with your actions. So the things that you're doing. You can't be doing negative things or things that aren't going to help you get towards your goal. You know what I mean? I had to cut off a lot of my friends. I don't hang out with them because they aren't doing things that are in alignment with me getting wealthy. Like going out and partying, that's money out. That's not money in. Does that make sense to everyone? So like hanging out all the time and just chilling, playing video games, that's no money nowhere. That's not wealth. That's just me chilling. I don't want to chill. I'll chill when I'm 30 years old and a millionaire on a yacht with 2 cars and 3 houses in different cities, and I can fly wherever I want. Let's chill now. You know what I mean? People want to go out, they want to drink, they want to smoke and all that kind of stuff. Like, no, like me sitting on a yacht having a party with all of you guys, I don't even got to drink. I'm already intoxicated just by the energy that's going to be around us. That's what I'm chasing. Not just to go out and have fun. Like, that's not fun. To go to the same club, to see the same people, that's fun. It took me a while to figure it out, but those actions aren't in alignment with everything that you're saying that you want, right? So everything that I just gave you guys is really, really powerful. If you believe it, if you really believe that you can get whatever you want, trust me, you can. My daughter, she can get milk whenever she wants it. She just got to cry and say it enough. And I'll be like, okay, I'm going to feed you because this is too much. And the universe is the same way. If you keep saying it, you keep thinking about it, everything you do is in alignment with it, eventually the universe is going to just be like, okay, look, here it is. You just got to keep knocking on the door, and one day it'll open. So that's my time. I'll go ahead and bring up. Hey.
Thank you, AJ. That was really dope. Yeah, that was an awesome section, and we're gonna bring up the panel in just a minute. But can I get 3 takeaways from the crowd, or we have questions, please?
Visualization is key to life.
Absolutely.
Take time to eat your food.
Become a weirdo.
Yeah. Yeah, you're already weirdo. You're already a weirdo. All right, so we're gonna bring the panel up here. So now is the time for you guys to ask the questions that you wrote down. So let's bring back up the one. So now's the time for all those wonderful questions. I'm gonna grab my notes because you guys already know I have some.
So does anybody have any questions?
I got one for Chezla. So I've seen like portion sizes. Are they supposed to be, what's a portion size? Are they supposed to be like, they say it's like the size of your fist or something?
Well, it kind of just depends on your meal plan. Because it can vary. Like sometimes I can have 4 ounces of chicken, sometimes I can have 5. So, I mean, we can sit down and talk about that a little later, but it just kind of varies. Like with complex carbs, I have half of that. I mean, I don't know if you're toning, losing, gaining, like, I don't know, you know what I mean? It kind of just varies. Like, they would probably have 6 to 8 ounces.
Hey.
8 ounces of protein, you know what I mean? But usually it's around
I recommend getting a food scale from like Target.
Yeah.
It's like $10. So you can put it on your food.
So like protein, for complex carbs, veggies like 6.
I got one. AJ, what's your like visualization techniques? Does it include writing stuff down sometimes, or is it all just mental?
Me, I just, I don't know, I'm weird. So I just like to, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I got visualize myself speaking on stage at Extravaganza. So like, I don't know, I'll just walk around and I'll just like really envision myself doing it. Like I have to do it by action. Some people can just sit there and like visualize, you can do it that way. I like to do it while I'm moving. So like, you know, if I visualize myself in a game or something scoring all the points, I'll just walk around my house acting like I'm scoring all the points. That's like my visualization. So you can either do it by, you can write it down, you can just sit there and just like really just blank out and just like really like picture your life how you want it to be, or you can just walk around and just visualize it, or just walk around and act like you already got what you want.
So my first question is for AJ. So let's say like you have this goal in your head of something that you want, and you're like visualizing it, and you're like thinking positively, and you're like doing all the right things, but it just doesn't keep coming. Like the universe just doesn't give it to you. Do you ever think like, okay, maybe what I want isn't what in alignment with what like the universe has for me, or do you just keep on wanting?
Are you sure that you want it?
Okay.
No, it's a question.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's not like one specific thing. I'm just asking like, because I know there's times in my life where I'm like, okay, I really, really want this, but it's really, really not happening. Like,
it's either gotta be, you can't jump ship. So you gotta either really want it or really not. If you really want it, it'll really happen. That's what you.
I mean, you really gotta watch what you think, though. Because like even when I got hit by a car, I knew something was gonna happen to me. I just thought I was about to get shot or jump, but instead I got hit by a car. And when he found out I got hit by a car, his first thing was like, "What were you thinking?" Not like, "What were you doing?" What were you thinking about? And that's what I was thinking about the hustle. I was walking somewhere about to jump me or I'm about to get shot. Weird thoughts, and I just get hit by a car. So it's crazy.
Well, so like if you think stuff, like if you think that things are going to happen that are like bad, or you say, well, I already know this is going to happen anyways because this happens every day. That's just you put. So is that why the negative stuff keeps happening? You keep saying to yourself, well, it's the same. This is going to happen. This happens all the time. So I already know.
That's you cursing yourself basically. Like you're cursing yourself by the words that you say. Like your words are like beyond powerful. That's why we're the only species that can speak. If every species could speak, this world would be like super crazy. But because you have the brain capacity to control your words and your thoughts, you just gotta work on it. You just gotta watch what you say and watch what you think. If you think something negative, just start saying heck of positive stuff. Like today's gonna be a good day. Today's gonna be a phenomenal day. It's gonna be an excellent day.
Like it's crazy. Like even if you're driving, like it's about to be heavy traffic. If you're around any of us, it's not gonna be traffic. Like no one is probably gonna be traffic.
My question is for Nacho. So obviously it's easier for us to work out different parts of our abs, but is there a specific part that the majority of people work out more than others?
Yes, I feel like they're mostly focusing on just getting the little, like I said, the six pack. Not really focusing on the core wise, as in when you lift weights or like do anything, your movement, it's all your core. So it's the other muscles that I was talking about under and like literally combining from your spine connecting to your thigh muscle, your thigh bone and just all the muscles between it. It's working your whole core. So to help you stabilize your balance, and so you can lift weights, you can lift a lot of weights. That's why when you like, for example, Olympic lifting, if you like snatch and you fall over, your core's not strong. So that's why you want to work your core out, all the muscles that I was talking about, your obliques, the ones that you can't see, so you can actually stabilize your body when you lift weights. So you want to work on all the abs so you can have a strong core.
Bonnie, you got a question?
I have a question for you. So, can some things be reversed if they're already in the process?
What do you mean?
Say like, I took a final today. So if I start putting positive into the universe,
You already did it. You could try.
It's about the abs. So what are good workouts for your like the bottom, like at the bottom of your
lower ab, your like little pouch.
Yeah, like down all the way at the bottom.
I would say ab workouts would be good for that. Like the workout, the little machine that you hold yourself or like hanging from that, lifting your legs up. That's good for that. But mostly, if you want to get rid of that little pouch, I found out from Pat, is like doing cardio, like HIIT cardio. Just doing cardio is gonna get rid of it. It's pretty much gonna get your abs. Like to be honest with you, with that before and after picture I barely did any abs. I just did HIIT cardio, ate clean, and then I was like, but yeah. So the ab workouts will. Okay, that's what I found out today. the ab workouts, what they do, they strengthen your core. They don't really define your body, I mean your abs. What defines it is literally doing the cardio and eating clean. So all of the ab workout is going to do for you, to be honest with you, that's what people go in the gym, just kill it out. All they're doing is strengthening their core. That's all they're doing. They're not really defining their abs. They're just strengthening.
My question's for Nacho too. So someone told me, well, I was told once not to work, like if you're a girl, not to work your obliques because it will make you like wider, and that would be. Yeah. So, what do you have to say to that?
It's true. Like if you do, like you ever see people with the weights? And
Yeah,
the
these
knees,
Yeah, that's
it's why not your waist.
So for somebody that's trying to like make their waist itty bitty, don't work your obliques.
No, don't do that exercise.
Don't do certain things.
Yeah, there's certain workouts.
So if you think about it with weights, you're building muscle, right? So if you're doing anything weighted and you're doing oblique work, you're making yourself wider.
Yeah.
If you keep it more centered and focused forward, you can still get that definition in those lines going down the sides, but you're not building that where we're trying to lose it. Or that hook level.
You're just straightening it. That's what it is.
Work it, don't weight it.
The slogan.
Does it matter how many vegetables are on your plate? Because you kept talking about portion control, but I'm just wondering because we eat a lot of vegetables.
Does it matter?
Yeah. So can you overeat vegetables?
You said, can you overeat on vegetables?
Yeah.
Well, in the meal plan that you gave me, you told me that I could have as many vegetables as I like.
I'm just trying to say that.
Oh, okay. I thought you were personally asking me. No, yes, eat your vegetables. You can definitely snack on vegetables. It's like a snack.
I feel like if I give you a meal plan and I say eat a certain amount of carbs and a certain amount of protein, don't overdo that. But if you're overdoing the veggies, I'm not gonna like. What are you doing? Your vegetables.
I have one more question. Did you really just make that up? Like you didn't get it from nowhere? The weird?
Nah, I just woke
You were
up.
thinking like,
I
I'm
got
not
one
weird.
small shot. I had help us one-on-one. Yeah, and I was like, oh, what if I break down each word? I just get some tips. And I just wrote up on the whiteboard 5 minutes, took a shower, and my phone is broke, so I just showed up at AJ's house. I was like, hey, bro, what you think about this? He's like, yeah, that could be some fun. Yeah, then I just kind of mapped it out today. Yeah.
Cool. All right, do we have, can we get one more question? Come on, I know there's something with, there you go.
Nacho. So when you do the side planks, will that get rid of like the
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And another workout I didn't explain, what works your obliques doesn't really get you square. I got it on the you go down, up. So
Ooh, I tried those.
Obliques. And you kind of when you go down. So what I usually do for that, I do 20 each side, or like I said, 15. But that really contracts your obliques. It really,
Awesome.
Let's get it.
Alright, so that is the end to our wellness for Wednesday. Did you guys have a good time?
Yeah.
Did you learn something?
Yes.
Did you have fun playing Simon Says? Alright, well that's it. We're gonna go ahead and take a picture, and then if you guys ordered shakes, we're gonna.
But if you still want one, I'll have you.
Yeah, so we're gonna have shakes. Who's gonna take a picture?
about 6.
Bring the action.
Alright, we're sitting down.
Yeah. Say let's go bring this talk. Why is it so boring like that?
Are you guys gonna have to act like a family and get it close? Three, two, one.
Which? That was a win. Hey.
You got our head
Hey, what up, y'all? Yeah, they still on. We got 10 in the area.